How's it going, everybody? This is just kind of going to be a little bit of a overview of what's been going on and kind of a look over of the processing that I've got set up so far. But I do have a couple updates. One, I did add Enchanting Plus so I can get something on a diamond sword other than the Disjunction 4, which I keep getting. I've done 3 diamond swords and all 3 of them have disjunction on them, and I'm kind of getting fed up of it, so I put that in. It's only going to be used for enchanting. It's not going to be used for repairing because I don't like that. Basically, I put this in. It's going to be where I put my sodium battery, or not sodium, my sulfuric acid batteries to dump into here. I got my EV and my HV macerators, and I put these here because I don't really need them to be automated at all. This is going to be my setup for my platinum group array that I had over there, and I just set it here for now. But I put the sifting machine in. It has a item filter up here, which I have to get the different items that need to go in there. There's probably going to end up being more than 9. There is more than 9 gems, but I don't currently usually do too many more than 9, so for specialty things I can take care of it. Mainly it's going to have like olivine and emerald, probably lapis, and diamonds are going to be the main ones I get put in there. And I'm getting a bit empty over here finally. My compressor's running, making me some more wood planks. It's not quite empty, but it's getting there. The other thing is the update I made yesterday. I made a mistake and I forgot something. There is a TNT type block. It's called a powder barrel made with wood, string, and 4 gunpowder. And I forgot to mention that yesterday in the update video. This is supposed to be basically the same as vanilla TNT, just with a different recipe and texture. And also, I noticed when I was on the server today that I said that there was different things that needed to be used to make gems or whatever in the implosion compressor, not realizing that there's actually like 3 recipes for at least gems. I haven't gotten into the Galacticraft stuff yet, but you can use regular TNT now with 12 of them, 48 powder barrels, or 6 industrial TNT to do the rubies. Now I click on this and we're going to say just compressed iron. How do we make it in here? We can either use 8 dynamite, 4 powder barrels, only 1 industrial TNT, or 1 regular TNT. Let's go ahead and look up Galacticraft, and I know some of the main ones we're going to need are copper, bronze, See, copper has 4. Powder barrel, TNT, dynamite, or industrial TNT. Tin is one we're going to need, which is 4, 1, 8, and 1. Bronze, I know we're going to need a bunch of that too. And it's industrial TNT, dynamite, TNT, or powder barrel. So it looks like all of them can use just about all of them. So it's not that it changed what is required and how much is required, but it's also added different options for doing so. Now, once I get my setup over there all done, or at least get, the majority of my machines here moved over, then I will set up a way of making the this stuff, toluene, which needs either cracked heavy fuel, or cracked light fuel. And we have cracked light fuel coming out of the cracking unit down here, so that won't be a problem. This is going to get moved over there. I'm actually thinking about setting up a separate building just for the oil cracking unit, distilleries, things like that I need for processing oil. The only thing that's really keeping me from basically deciding that I'm definitely going to do it is getting power from one place to another, because I want to have that one central power place. And I just got to decide how I'm going to get power from one place to another without there being much issue with too much loss. So that's basically the only thing holding me back with that. And I'm going to do a little test here. I need to get this emerald done. So I'm going to see how it works. It's got to be washed first. I'm just putting one in here because I need it to put in the item filter. I'm going to put it up in there, and then I'm going to throw the rest of this in here and see how it works. So get up here, and we'll put that there, that there. Automatically jumps into there, and it's not running yet. Emit energy to output side. Alright, now does it actually have to... Okay, there it goes. It's taken off and it's doing its thing. So now if I dump these in here, that one started, that one didn't. So it looks like it's defaulting to one washer rather than splitting them up, which isn't a problem because I might have more than one thing in here, so it would be good to have all of one thing in one. And I'm not really going to be watching it to really get done. I'm looking to see if I got any more bronze pipes over here. It doesn't look like it, because I need to get away for these things to come out of here. But now I don't have anywhere for things to go. Give me a chest here. Now, let's see. After they come out of here, they're going to go up there to that, or they're going to go over to here, or they're going to come down to here. So I don't think I can put a chest here because that won't let me open it. But what I can do is do it on the side, put that there, tell it to kick stuff out, and we'll do item output on that. That's sending everything in there. And then if I put this over here, everything else should show up in there, which is the tiny piles and the stone dust, which I need to get this put somewhere in the mix here. And it actually needs to be like right there, because I'm going to have stone dust coming out of here and out of here. So it needs to be right there to pick it up from both places. So let that sit there and run. All my tiny dust should show up over here. My stone dust should go in there, and all my emerald things should come out right there. And we'll go ahead and dump in this other stack I got here. And we'll let that run. So that's basically what I got going on with the processing so far. Let's see, I've got this one set up to run over there. So the next thing I gotta do is get an item filter that pulls stuff out to come over here, which will be the Chaco Pyrite and Penta, whatever the hell it's called. And those are actually going to be coming out of one of these chemical baths. I haven't decided which yet. So actually, since I have these here, I might just move this to this side. I put it on that side because of the power, but I can always move this power wire over to this side and just have it come off here and over, and do it kind of over in this area, because I do need a water line. I got water right here, which I wanted to show you this. I have been fighting with these stupid pumps in at least 2 different series, trying to figure out why I can't get them to work. Let me go do a quick sleeping. And I think I finally figured out what the problem was. The bad thing is, what the problem is really shitty. And you'll see what I mean when I get down here. I got a piece of charcoal on me. Yes, I do. I still got to get a windmill in over here to run the thing. Right now it's just being run off of this hobbyist steam engine. put that in there, it's going to take off running, and it's actually going to make this thing work. If you can see, it's down to 244. I've actually managed to fill this up, and it's filling the hobbyist steam engine as well. And if you notice, it's Gregtech pipes. That's the only thing I changed from when I was live streaming to get this thing to work. It's still orange there, blue there, power switch turned on, and power going in. But you can see it just dropped down and went right back up with water, and it's building pressure, and this thing is getting its power and using it to fill up that pipe. Also, anybody that was watching the live streams, you remember I was complaining there was a bunch of noise around here. I finally got tired of it, dug down over here. I went this way first and went, well, I don't think the noise is coming from here. So I decided to dig this way and ran into this nice rotunda room with absolutely nothing in it and leads nowhere. So this was completely dark, and that's where all them zombies were spawning, making all that noise. So I finally figured out why the pump wasn't working. It wasn't what I was doing. It was the stupid pipe, because I had the same pipe. I had the same exact setup. Wouldn't work. So now when I go back to my HQM with Junior doing evolving technology, well, it's not actually HQM, it's progression. But now when I go back there, I should be able to get it to work. I just got to find a different pipe to set up. And anybody that watches this and watches those as well, and notice there wasn't one out today, there probably won't be an HQM progressive video tomorrow either. We started upgrading Junior's computer. We got all the components in it, found out that the power supply was not the right one. It had a connector missing, so then we had to wait over the holiday and the weekend for the computer place to be open. We got the power supply, got it put in, and now his Windows is complaining it's blue screening and saying that it can't start because there's something messed up with the hard drive controller, and we can't get into install the drivers for the new motherboard, which should have the hard drive controllers on it, if we can't get Windows to actually boot up. So we got to do probably at least reboot of Windows to get it done. And he's got Windows 7 on his, and we can't find the disk. So we've got to get a new disk to do his Windows, and that's what we're going to be working on tomorrow. So if there's one out, it'll be out late, but I would say it's probably not going to be out until probably starting Wednesday. We'll have them again. And it really makes me mad because I got a lot of things to get done in evolving technology, and I really want to get back to ME4, and we haven't done Sky Factory in about a week, so I need to get back there as well. I'm going to possibly live stream tonight, depends on how my voice is doing. It's already feeling a little bit scratchy now, and I don't want to get into a thing where I'm coughing a bunch, which I was doing last night in the live stream. It's getting cold around here. It's finally decided to drop temperature. It's like 20 degrees out now. It's supposed to get down to like 12, I think, tonight. 12 to 16, something like that. And whenever the weather changes, my throat gets a little raw and sore, and I don't really ever get sick. Thank God for small favors. I'm not somebody with a low immune system. I've got an immune system like a horse, I swear. But just about everybody in my family is that way. Most of us never really get sick. When we do actually get sick, we're like edge of death sick. So I guess it's one for the other. It's not ever just a little bit of sickness. It's either all the way sick or none at all. So hopefully I can do another live stream tonight and do some work on my processing. I'm going to work on it either way tonight, whether I'm able to live stream or not. I need to get a bunch of I need to get 3 packagers made and a bunch of item and type filters. Like for the tiny dust here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a type filter right here that'll take all the tiny, and I will probably run a pipe from here. This one here will also run past that one. That way all the tiny dust from either here or the ore washing will go into the same thing, and then there'll be, I think it's going to be 3 item filters going into 3 packagers. And for anybody that doesn't know, these are the packagers. And I'm going to use basic. Needs a robot arm, conveyor, circuit, or 2 circuits, 2 chests, 2 wires, and machine casing. Nothing really terrible. And then I'll have to make this schematic here, which needs a blank schematic and a screwdriver. And a blank schematic is 4 good circuits and 2 stainless steel plates in an assembler, and that makes your schematic. Now I could, because of my magnetic separator having small dust and nuggets, I could set up another one using this schematic, and that would then put the small dust together. But I'm not sure yet if that's what I'm going to do. Now, I didn't even know about this one. Combines dust using a packager. So I'm guessing that that one will work kind of like a mixer, but you want to use the mixer for most dust, because if you don't combine them in a mixer or an alloy smelter, you get less. I know bronze at least is that way. I'm not sure if there's any others, but I usually do it because of it. Stop hitting all the wrong buttons. Let's see here, bronze. Alright, if you look at bronze dust, if you make it in a mixer, it's 3 to 1, you get 4 out. If you do it, really? Where's the Gregtech one? This one should have same thing. I know there's the early crafting recipe where you can do it. There it is. And there you go. 3 to 1, and you only get 3. So I'm guessing if you did it in a packager, this is probably what you get. Unless they made a special recipe because it's actually using a machine. But I don't know why there would be one in the mixer and one in the packager. I might have to make one of those just to test that out. But you also have like Canthal, which that actually has to be mixed either this way, which is 3 dust for 3 dust, which is right, or mixed, which is, same thing, 3 for 3. So it doesn't matter with that one. But by that point, you have to have something, and that takes 3. Now, let's say like brass, which only has 2 different components. We need Gregtech brass, and it is the same thing, 3, 4, 3. And apparently there is a recipe from some mod that adds this 1 for 1 for 1, which is really crap. Should at least be 1 for 2. But then if you do it in a mixer, it's going to be 3 and 1 for 4. And there's the packager. Okay, the packager is just dusts. Alright, so it's not what I thought. It's either tiny dust or big dust. So I could use that one, and then it wouldn't matter if it's tiny dust or small dust. I could use the same one for both. But I think when I added it up the other day, I needed like 3 almost exactly. So, but I do have all of these that come out of rare earth. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's like 2 that I already cooked. So that'd be 7 plus the iron. That would be 8. So I don't know. One way or another, I'm making a packager. I'm gonna move as many machines as I can and get them. Move as many machines as I can that I need and get them made. And pretty soon I gotta get to work on that powerhouse, because I'm gonna be needing power pretty soon. Unless I put my harvester out and start feeding some crops into my windmill over there to make biodiesel. But that's going to be it for tonight. Just kind of an update, rambly type video. Hopefully I'll see you in the live stream if I can get my throat to quit acting up. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.